I'm Ryan Salazar. We're in West Hall, and we're with a guy that's no stranger to NAB Show. And we've been talking to you for years. Bryce Button, how you doing?
Doing really well, and we're so happy to be here. It's our anniversary, too, as well as NAB's. NAB's at 100. We're at 30, so we're youngsters.
Wow, that's really wild. No, 30 years is a long time to make your mark on the industry.
Oh, that's been great.
So, and I want to share something. So we happen to be AJA Hilo users. I have quite a few different AJA devices. We're using a Hilo right now. So everything goes back to the studio, out of the control room, into a Hilo, out of the Hilo with UDP, into our Zixi broadcaster, off to Bright Cove. So
it's pretty amazing. You know, right here we're sitting in front of our heavier streaming device. This is Bridge Live. And in terms of Bridge Live, it's fun to come to the show and say, hey guys, when this software comes out in the next few weeks, you're going to be able to use yet another codec. And in this case, it's JPEG XS.
Oh, wow.
So JPEG XS is becoming more and more popular. A lot of you will know it's part of the 2110 initiatives as they try to get more into the AV space. So this just keeps increasing your options. In that particular box, you're able to do NDI, you're able to do JPEG 2000, HEVC, H.264, and transmit and put out in different formats. We've also added RTMP input. You know, the RT input is real-time messaging protocol, specifically designed initially to handle social, platforms. So you're going to be able to do that on the in and out. It's pretty great. And then the Hilo Plus itself, well, here we have one sitting. This is the box. If you're not familiar with it, it's basically a standalone encoding recording device. And you're able to put out multiple streams, 2 streams. It's got multiple inputs. So on the rear here, we've got HDMI as well as SDI, which has allowed us to do pretty cool things. Effectively, you can almost do a little switcher work because you're able to do layouts and pictures and pictures.
You got to be kidding me.
No, and you can bring in graphics and you can do your low thirds. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Do it all internally. And now we've done even crazier stuff. There's a new play to stream option. That means I could be recording this here now with you, streaming. Works great for the US market. The problem is it might be midnight in Australia. So I could go take that recording from now, put it into Canada event and say tomorrow, send it out at 10 a.m. Pacific.
And it'll play it out of the Hilo.
It'll play it out of the Hilo, and at 10 a.m. that day, I can still be recording my next piece here in the U.S., all on the same device.
Amazing.
So it's really cool stuff. And then when it comes to live production,
let me mention one other thing. So Deanna from the control room just mentioned in my ear, we did a project at the studio recently, and she said, hey, remember that we use this for closed captioning, which we did, and it supports.
Correct.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean...
I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I thought it was a cool feature to mention.
It's a really good feature, and the point of our devices, like these newer things I've just shared with you, you can also now do 2 pairs of audio streams. So if you wanted to, you could have English commentary going out to one place and then the Spanish version going to the other. And we also made it simpler to work with Facebook Live, so we're now an authorized device with Facebook Live. So once you set it up the first time, it becomes a single button push for every next episode.
Oh, that's great.
So this one's exciting.
Oh, I see Dante.
Dante AV. So a lot of folks are going to be familiar with Dante Audio. It's used a lot for live concerts and various items. We've been working with them for a while. And it's resulted in 2 devices coming out on our part. One is a transmitter and one's a receiver. So if I show you the rear on this side, you basically would be taking, in this case, this would be the receiver. You'll get your Dante AV stream, which is audio and video synchronized coming in off the Ethernet, which, as you can see here, is a Nutric connector. What that means is, unlike your normal Ethernet plugs, it actually locks it, which is kind of important when you're in real-world environments.
Right.
It also carries power over it, so you can either use what we ship with it as a typical power brick, or if you're working on location and you're doing live concerts, there's never enough power plugs. So this way you can be hooked into a PoE switch.
Oh, that's fantastic. So wait a second. So now I feel like I'm uneducated about Dante. So we have Dante at the studio all over the place. All of our comms that these guys have, they're getting off Dante from the studio.
Right.
But Dante does video now.
Correct.
See, I didn't know that, and now I feel like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that.
No, it's cool. It's recent on their part. They've got two forms of it. We're doing the Dante Ultra, which is the higher end.
Okay.
It's JPEG 2000, so it's cinema quality imagery.
Sure.
They also have Dante AV-H, which is H.264.
Okay.
So you're getting cinema quality imagery all the way up to 4K if you want it, 60p. And this is going to revolutionize what's going on with live events. So the one problem you've always had with concerts is if these two things are out of sync between audio and video, you can look at the big screen behind the artist and you realize what I'm watching is 2 seconds behind what I just saw the guy do on stage.
Right.
So this is going to be completely locked up together now.
Wow. Very cool.
And it's very easy to work with. If you've worked with Dante AV Audio, it's the same Dante controller software. There's just now a little...
Same routing.
Now there's just one that says V for video. So, you can have a single transmitter and then tons of these receivers, for instance, to get it up to your displays.
Wow, that's amazing. Deanna in the control room says she wants one. She configures all our Dante.
Oh, nice. Yeah. All right. Welcome to give us a call.
Exactly. Cool. Can we just talk about the bridge units real quick? So because we have the Hilo, I fantasize about all these toys all the time. So, and this one, the Bridge Live, it's like serious power for I think it's 4 streams, right?
Yeah. So what you saw here this is our NDI box.
Right.
That's got 16 channels to and from SDI. Going either direction. You can do, a certain amount in, a certain amount out at the same time. Just go single direction, your choice. But when you really want to get banging with things,
I'm gonna move over here.
Then you'll find you're able to choose all your different outputs, MPEG streams, transport streams, the new JPEG XS option we were talking about. And it's just a really powerful box. And if you're doing multiple channels, you can be doing 4 channels at once here. That makes it really exciting because you might have different cameras that you wanted to keep isolated. You might simply have different events going on at the same time.
Right, and when I researched this device to get it, it's a very enterprise level, hardcore, networks could use it on with their online viewership.
And we've seen that a lot. A lot of the sports broadcasters now, obviously, the great thing about sports is people want to see variations, especially if they can be online at the same time as they may be watching the linear TV version. And they're going, I want to see my favorite player, driver, whatever it is.
Right.
We can get that all pumped out for you simultaneously.
Awesome. All right, the one, the only, Bryce Button at a centennial and an anniversary.
Yes.
Thank you so much. It's always an honor to chat with you. We'll toss it to you guys.